Thursday. Yeah, watch the intro, and I'll get back to this. I'll get back to you in just a second. What? Watch the intro. Welcome back to another podcast, you guys. It's episode 6. We're on day 11? Maybe? As of doing it, yeah. Day 12 of our mandatory staycation. Yeah. How are you all doing? Hopefully you are doing well. If you've been isolated alone, we have so much stuff for you this week, and what I'm really looking forward to is the Netflix party on Friday. That's going to be super fun. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. If you're not, if something's going on, please contact me or anyone, any of your leaders, anyone, and say, hey, we're struggling, and then we will pray for you and help you out in any way that we can. If you're wondering why I keep wearing this sweater on almost every single podcast I've done, it's because it's freezing in my basement. Also, has anyone read that yet? I want someone to read that really badly. But I have just a pretty brief podcast for you today. But I do want to start with a story of myself, of when I was in college playing basketball at Colorado Christian University. So I spent my entire summer prepping physically for basketball this following year because I knew they had stuff during the fall, and it was basically a year-long thing until spring, and then they had spring ball and stuff like that. And so between my senior year and my freshman year of college, I was at the gym constantly. I was shooting 1,000 shots a day, 2,000 shots a day for a long time, working on handles, working on conditioning. I knew I was going out to Colorado, so it was going to be a little bit harder. And I get there, and it was difficult. The conditioning was difficult. There's no air there. It's so weird. It's so weird. If you've not been to Colorado or a place of high altitude, it's the strangest thing. You walk upstairs, you're just like, check my heart rate. But I get there, and I start doing individual sessions with my coaches preseason because we're allowed to do that, or I guess they were allowed to do that. And basically, they didn't like my shot. They didn't like how it looked, and they wanted to change it. And so they then made me, for 2 weeks, change my routine for 2 hours a day. So it's had the ball here, flip up, right in front of the basket for 2 hours a day. Every day. This routine. Every day. But you know what that did to me? Made me a way better shooter. They were right. My shot was off. No one really helped me with it, except for my dad, but he's a wrestler, so what can he help with? Sometimes he watches these. But that routine that I had really helped me personally. When I became a coach and stuff, it helped me, like, I knew something to give them. Flip here, up. Flip here, up. So routines are something that are good. You have good routines, you have bad routines, but routines in general are something that we as humans need. So, like, one of the routines that has been ruined for us here was my work routine. I usually don't work at home. When I get home, I like being home. I don't like doing anything else. I like just being here. At work, I would go, and I knew the times that I was going to be gone. I knew the times I was going to be back. And now, this whole thing's new, and I'm trying to make a work routine that is manageable. So I'm not like yesterday, working from like 10 to 9 at night, which is not that manageable with like breaks in between. But routines are helpful. And I want to share with you a routine that you can do during your ISO with Jesus challenge. That thing, it's still going on. Have you started it yet? You should. Let us know at hashtag Lakeland Youth Group. But the ISO Jesus challenge is an hour a day with Jesus. And I want to give you a routine that you can do to help fulfill that. Okay. I didn't come up with this routine. I learned it from my conference I took down in Florida, the Sun Life D conference. The routine is like this. It's based off of Luke 10. So let me just go ahead and read parts of that to you. So I'm just going to skip around Luke 10. So verse 1. After this, the Lord appointed 72 others, disciples, and sent them on ahead of him, 2 by 2, into every town and place where he himself was about to go. And then he said all this stuff like the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Don't take anything with you. Peace be to this house. He says that whole thing. And they go. So the disciples came to listen to Jesus. They went to their day. And then in verse 17, the 72 returned with Jesus, saying, Lord, even the demons are subject to your name. And he said to them, I saw Satan fall from heaven like lightning. But that's such a cool routine. Did you notice it? So they come to Jesus, they hear his word, they went out and worked, and then they reported back. So what I'm suggesting to you is kind of a 3-step routine that's going to be like breathing, okay? Come before Jesus, step 1. Come before him, listen to him, and pray to him, okay? So in contact. So first thing of the day, get in contact with him. We've been reading a chapter of our kids' children Bibles every single day recently. So our first thing, we see what he has to say. And then we go live life. And then the important thing is to report back of what you did. So the 3 steps in my mind are to listen, whether that's through prayer or through reading the word, go do, report. So listen, do, report. Listen, do, report. Listen, do, report. And that is a good, if you don't have a routine or a set quiet time or something like that, that is a good thing that you could do. And you can break it up throughout the day. So it's like 15 minutes. At the beginning, I'm going to pray. I'm going to be in the Word, 15 minutes each. Okay, there's 30 minutes. I go do the things that the Lord's telling me to do. I go work for him. He's on my mind, knowing that I'm going to report to him later. And then you spend some time in prayer reporting what the day was and then any questions or whatever that you have. So I am seeing if you all have a spiritual routine. I'm sure you have a routine before you go to bed. I'm sure you have a routine to brush your teeth. You go up here first and up here first and then here, down, there. I'm sure you have a routine that you play video games with. You turn on this thing, you sit back, you do all these things. So I'm asking if you have a routine for your spiritual life. And if you don't, I suggest that you use the 3-step one. Listen, do, report. Listen, do, report. Listen, do, report. And I want to know how it goes. So for the next week, if you don't have a routine, if you are struggling with some sort of routine that you can build to have more contact with Jesus, then I suggest doing this one. And let us know what you think at hashtag Lakeland Youth Group right there. I hope you're all doing well. That's all I have for you today. We're going to see you again on Tuesday. But if you need anything, and I mean anything, people have asked for books recently, and I have delivered them to their houses. Okay, so if you need a book to read, if you need someone to talk to, if you need to vent or just be sad with someone, please reach out. Don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, it is not any burden at all. We want to hear how you're doing. So I hope you all are having a fantastic day. The sun is out today, guys. It's Wednesday. As I'm saying it, it's Thursday for you all. The sun's out today. I can see through my little window blue sky. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, oh, we're moving. Yeah, this is my office, guys. look at, there's blue sky up there maybe. I don't really know. Let me see. Yeah, you can't really see it, but I can see it. I hope you're all doing really well. Let us know. Listen, do, report. We'll see y'all next time.